Hi and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. I have made it out to Oklahoma. I went sourcing yesterday in Oklahoma City and that was really fun, so stay tuned for that video. But today I'm just going to tell you about something that happened while I was looking at YouTube. I saw an ad and I was like, wait, what? So I was grabbing one of my videos to send to someone who asked for it, and this ad came on it that was like, do FBA and make passive income, make money while you sleep. And I'm like, what? Like, in no way is selling on Amazon ever going to be passive income, and the fact that they're trying to sell it like that is crazy. So I just thought it was a great opportunity to explain to you and tell you what a typical week looks like for me doing retail arbitrage selling on Amazon. So obviously you are going to make sales while you sleep, but that is not passive income. So I checked out the site that the people were pushing and it was basically like, yuck. It was just all like them pushing affiliate of different services that are out there for Amazon sellers. And what they were pushing on the video I watched was for OA. And you guys, the reason I don't do OA, besides the fact that it's hard to get mail on the road, is that it's a lot of work to find something, because the people you're competing for, if I'm just shopping in one area, I'm only competing against the sellers in that one area. But online, you are competing against everyone who can get online, and hello, that's a lot of people. So it takes a lot more time to find leads that work. So that was already like, that's real weird. If you're selling on Amazon doing private label or wholesale, then it's a little more like less work than RA, but you still got to do a lot of upfront work. And even in private label, when you've made your own product and you're selling it, there's still a lot of upkeep. It's a weekly thing still. Maybe it's only 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week, but it's still something that you're working on. I don't think that people would call it passive. It's easy once you get it done, but it's not passive. So I just was like, am I crazy, or am I thinking of what passive is different? Because I guess some people could consider YouTube ad revenue as passive, but if I'm not making videos, you're not watching, and therefore it's not passive, because it really does take a lot of work to put up videos. So you know I love Dave Ramsey, so I just went ahead and clicked on what he says passive income is, or it's someone who works for him wrote this article. But here's some examples of passive income. Investing. Real estate, because you'll own it, you could rent it out, whatever. Starting a blog or YouTube channel, which again, like I said, I don't think that's passive. I guess there's ways to do it, but to make a real good one, it's probably not passive. Selling digital products. You know, I have my ungating guides that I sell, but that is, I still have to make the videos to tell you about them, or how is anyone gonna know about them? Plus, I've updated them a couple times since I've written them, so there's that. He says, store people's stuff, rent out useful items, and that's kind of it. So passive income is usually something you do like all the work up front. So like if you wrote a book and you get all the royalties of the book afterwards, that's passive income. Selling on Amazon is a real stretch in any sense of the term to say passive. So what does a typical week look like for me doing retail arbitrage? I do it part-time, and I have done it the whole time I've been selling, 3.5 years now. I go sourcing usually on Monday or Tuesday, then I'll pack it up the next day, and then I'm just really checking prices after that. So let's start at the beginning of the week. Usually on Sunday or the day before I go shopping, whatever day that is, I will do my research of where I want to go. So I'll go on Google Maps, I'll heart the stores I want to hit up, and then I'll go through the list of like recent sales of things I want to look for, make my list for that. And then I also go through the list of BOLOs from my BOLO group of items to be on the lookout for, and I'll add those to the list of things I want to look for. That can take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, and I'm usually doing it while I'm watching TV on the couch. So there's that. The next day is the shopping day. It usually takes me anywhere from 6 to 12 hours, depending on how extensive of shopping I'm going. And then the next day I pack it up, and that could take anywhere from 4 to 8 hours. So altogether, just on sourcing and packing, I'm up to 10 to 12 hours a week. The planning is another 2 hours, and then obviously checking pricing if it takes an hour in the morning. Now that it's Q4, I'm doing it 2 and 3 times a day, but it's like an hour a day at best. Altogether, on the high end, it could be like 27 hours a week you're doing on this, and that's part-time. And that's why I'm always saying you can do this part-time as a side gig, get it going to where you're making the income. You can source a couple more days if you want to. Since I do videos, I also have a magazine, I have all these other things. I have no desire to do it full-time. That's just me. I'm happy with the money that I'm making selling part-time, and I always have been for 3.5 years, all from an RV. In my opinion, retail arbitrage is the easiest of all the Amazon selling models. It's easier than wholesale because I tried wholesale. For me anyways, it was easier because wholesale, I just kept getting no's from all these brands that didn't want to sell to Amazon sellers. So it was like 4 months. I gave it a strong effort, you guys. I have spent money on courses that were not worth it. That was over $2,000 I dropped into a course that was a waste of my time and money. So 4 months I spent on that and it did not work out. Everyone just kept saying no. So private label is probably totally worth it. I just don't want to spend the time to invest in that upfront where you have to find a product that's going to sell, make it, get it from overseas, ship it by the boat probably, and then get it into Amazon, make the product pages and all that stuff. It's a lot of upfront work for less work down the road, and it's a very good model for a lot of people. It's just not for me. Retail arbitrage I could do anywhere. I can go to Walmart anywhere, find stuff, send it to Amazon, and I'm done. So for me, it's really easy and it makes a lot of profit, which I'll tell you in just a second how much I've made this month. There are ways to make Amazon selling, doing retail arbitrage easier for yourself if you're starting out. Like getting ungated is a huge win right out the gate if you can. You spend what feels like a lot of money in the beginning to get ungated, but you're doing it yourself. If you're using my guides, I'm teaching you how to do it yourself. You're doing it legitimately. You are a real business getting ungated. You don't have to have ever sold a single thing on Amazon and you can get ungated. It is perfect for new sellers. I have the bundle where you can get topical, OTC, grocery, as well as toys and all the big brands in toys and beauty categories. So that is really helpful if you want it. It's priced for new sellers. One of the things I regret from when I started is waiting so long to get ungated in just grocery. Once I got ungated in grocery, I was so happy. I got so much more profit from things because those are the really big profit categories. So make it easier for yourself if you want to, if you can. Trust me, it's worth it. I'll share some of what the members have said in the ungating groups on Facebook because you can make $300, $400, $500 profit from your very first shipment after getting ungated. So it's worth it. So today is the 12th of November. So here are my sales so far this month. Part-time hours, you guys, sourcing 1 day a week, packing 1 day a week, and sending it off. I am profiting so far $2,295 on $7,000 of sales. And so this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying that you can do this part-time. So definitely if you are thinking about it, take the plunge, give it a try. It's worth it. Keep going, scan everything. You got this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful or entertaining. Go ahead and subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I love to talk to you guys. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you back here for another Amazon selling video.